Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Greycat channel. This will be a new installment in my channel. This will be a fragment where I tell you about my favorite things in top 10 listing. So, starting off, I decided to make a list of my top 10 favorite Transformers. This list will be mostly based on my favorite characters rather than toys, although most of them really have successful toys that I really do like. But I will tell you about them as I go through with those. So, without rambling too much, this will be my number 10 is G1 Sandstorm. Well, some of you remember him as a pacifist, a leader of the planet Paradron from the 80s cartoon. Others may remember him as a wrecker from the comics. I kinda prefer the pacifist version of him, uh, just my preference, you might say. So, he was a leader of a paradise planet where everything was great for the Autobots until the Decepticons came and made a mess. Later on, we see him sometimes in the back row, sometimes. We've seen him in the episode where with Starscream's ghost. But anyway, about it. Also, I really like him because he was a great toy in the 80s. He he was one of the few, especially with Triple Changers, that every mode had going for it. He was a helicopter, he was a dune buggy. Both of his vehicle modes were about the size um, of a deluxe class, so that's pretty good. Also, he was a very nice coloring, especially the orange and black composition. Anyway, I really did like him as both as the character and the toy. So, this has been number 10. Next up is number 9. This is going to be kind of a split character uh, because because of the continuity, but I try to make a point about it. This will be Redgar. Some of you remember him as the uh, leader of the Junkions from the planet Junk, speaking TV talk, protecting everything that is scrap, and having a girlfriend named Nancy. Others remember him as a walking pile of garbage who wanted to deliver trash to everyone from the animated series. I kinda really like both of those. The warrior motorcycle one from the G1, as well as the garbage truck dubbed by Weird Al Yankovic. I kinda prefer the G1 mostly because of the motorcycle thing. Plus, he was kinda cooler. But they were both very funny, very amazing. They both dared to be stupid. They like to party and everything. And they both like TV and internet. So, this is my number 9, Regar. Next is number 8, Beast Wars Rampage. Rampage was the juggernaut of Beast Wars. He was a huge mofo called the Protoform X until Megatron called him Rampage. Also, he sliced his spark into two, if you remember. He was freakishly hard to kill. He was a king crab and a tank. Um, he was just amazing. He wanted to destroy everything and anyone on his path. As the toy, he was a ultra class. He was also very big, very appropriate to his character, very menacing. He had actually working tank treads, so that's a big bonus. And anyway, he was just freakingly awesome. I'm going to Sean Connery mode. Sorry. Okay. So this has been number 8. Next is number 7. It's Swindle. Again, this is a kind of split character between the G1 and animated, but in this case, they were basically the same. The only difference was basically that Swindle in G1 was a member of the Combaticans, while in animated he was kind of a lone shot, I think it's called. Anyway, he was working only for himself or anyone who paid him. But anyway, they were both about cash, about getting whatever guns he could sell or steal, and then sell to make profit. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't make the other Combaticons in animated. I might do them. I had a idea for it, but I'm kinda busy, so. But I might one day make a comic about them. So keep watching. But getting back to Swindle, he had also another very successful toy, of course the animated one. He had a very nice robot mode, a very successful SUV mode with a giant gun on top of it. As for G1, he was a Scramble City combiner, so you get the point. That's why I kinda prefer the animated one. Also, he was not only because of the toy, but also because he was more individual. He was better presented. Although even in G1 he was the bestly presented of the Combaticons. He actually had his own episode where he sold the rest of his army for scrap. But you can go and see it. So, okay, enough rambling about this. So, next up is number 6. All hate the royalty because it's Beast Wars Inferno. Inferno was a fire ant. That's why the royalty thing. I think it's called the Escator fire ant, but I'm not an entomologist, so let it be. So he was kinda crazy. He was a pyromaniac. He was devoted to his leader. Of course, that's Megatron, but he called him the Queen or the Royalty. Yeah. He wanted to crash and burn everything on his or Megatron's way. Again, this is another very successful toy. He was a larger size, but was a very good ant, very good robot. This is one of the few cases where a bug former who had his arms and legs transform into the bug legs actually work. Yeah, and plus he had his crazy face and a spinning butt. So this is the amazing thing. So this has been my the 10 to 6. So now we're going to top 5. Now, number 5 comes from the Armada series. Yes, Armada. I liked Armada. So this is going to be huge. It's Tidal Wave. Yes, Tidal Wave. I really liked him. He was another huge mofo. A giant Frankenstein-esque transformer who transformed into a space cruiser thing with a carrier in front. He transformed also into a dark fleet. 3 sea vessels. I like water formers. And of course he transformed into Megatron's armor. He was huge, he was simple, he had this, if you know One Piece, he had this Bartholomew Kuma face. He talked kinda simple, kinda Neanderthal-like. Tidal wave with smash, something like this. Plus, he was very successful. As a toy, he was also very good. He's very big, kinda blocky, but comparing him to the only other carrier former, which is G1 Broadside, who was, well, not much more than a Jenga block, he is very successful. Plus, I like his the Micron Legends version that I got, the purple and gray one. So that's that. Yeah, that's Tidal Wave. He's so freaking awesome, freaking huge, and will smash you. But he can't compare with number 4. Number 4 is Scourge. Not Scourge the Sweep, not Scourge the Dragon, but Scourge the Black Convoy / Nemesis Prime. He was in the Transformers RID or Carformers in Japan. He was a protoform turned Decepticon while scanning a Tango truck and Optimus Prime, so he became kind of the reverse version of him. I'm sure there are many versions about Black Convoy or Nemesis Prime or anything, but this is kinda my favorite version. He was big, he was black with all those teal highlights. He was wearing a red blazing sword. He had a chromed Tango trailer, so at least this was awesome. As a toy, he was just so brilliant that I'm having problems to describe it. Sorry, I've been talking for over 10 minutes, so my lips are kinda numb, especially since this is not the first attempt. Okay, he was a playset. He was very big. He had this huge battle station with shooting discs, pressure missiles, spring missiles, and everything you could just wish for in this beautiful pimpish black, teal, and chrome details. So, that's that for Scourge. He is by definition my favorite toy, but there are still characters that I prefer over him. And who can be number 3? Well, if you can beat the evil guy, you need a evil girl. So it's Black Arachnia. Again, we can either go with the Beast Wars Black Arachnia or the animated. I'm skipping the Beast Machines because I really hated the series. So Black Arachnia, the femme fatale from the Transformers universe. Sorry. She I think I prefer the animated one, mostly because her character was more developed. You can see her backstory as Elite One. You can see her intentions, where she is going, where she is heading. Also, you can expect to see more of it. Unfortunately, animated has ended, so we haven't. I might even do something about it. So what else? In Beast Wars, she had a pretty cool character, even after the Transmetal 2 thing. But well, I think she was kind of developed only because they had to um, remove some of the previous characters, so they found room for her. And I really preferred if she was developed earlier, not just to well, you know what I mean. I'm not looking down at Beast Wars Black Arachnia, but I kinda preferred if they made more of her right away. Also, toy-wise, animated Black Arachnia is really awesome spider. Very well, you can call it realistic, but she's simple and successful. That's working in my book. While in Beast Wars, she was just a repaint of tarantulas. Okay, so this has been number 3. Who can be better than Black Arachnia? Well, you don't have to look further, because it's Silverbolt, the only Transformer that got his own music theme, at least in Beast Wars. He was the knight in the shining armor, always noble, always kinda, you might say, confused, but very heroic, very chivalrous. Plus, he was a combination of a hawk and a eagle, so two awesome beasts in one. Plus, he was gray and silver, so I kinda feel personal about him. Not to mention that I remember getting him for my birthday, and he really was a awesome toy then, and he still is now. Okay, so this has been the Knight in the Shiny Armor. So we've seen a pacifist, a junk collector, a juggernaut, a swindler, a pyromaniac, a Frankenstein, a black pink bed daddy tanker truck, a fan fatale, and a knight in the shining armor. Who can be number 1? Well, none of the numbers 2 to 10 can withstand the might of number 1. Yes, everyone, it's the G1 Devastator. Devastator and overall the Constructicons are my ultimate favorite Transformers of all. I started off my adventure with Transformers with those when I was only 3 with Mixmaster. My first ever episode of Transformers that I've seen was the Heavy Metal Wars that introduced Constructicons, so it's almost destined. They are awesome, and Devastator is awesomely the best. He's huge, he's green, he likes to wreck stuff. He's he's just pure awesomeness. This is my inside talking. I just love him so much I can express him. So, this has been my top 10 Transformers. Please comment about it. You can also put in comments what else you would like to see me make top 10 of. I might even make some animated inserts, since most of this time I was away, I was learning how to animate in Flash. So, see you guys around.